Good morning from my end, everyone, and welcome again to a Thankful Thriving Thursday. Today, it's going to be a very interesting topic, and we did this before, but today we are focusing on a certain people. We're focusing on certain people, and it's so wonderful that we do that because today we're going to focus on men. Men, no matter how old or young you are, we are focusing on you guys, and we want to really give that respect, just like we did last month, which was for women. And
Yes.
so it's so important that we do this because we have to treat these things all round. We have to talk about everything all round. And so I am really so excited that we are talking about it today. I've talked about it with men and both young and old. I always carry conversations with that. Even today, where I went, I had an appointment. They said, "What are you doing today?" I said, "This is what we are talking about."
Yeah.
And they were
Mhm.
really so happy with that. So thank you guys so much for being here again today. I highly, highly appreciate you all. It looks like I did not do the banner. Wait 1 second, please. Let me see if I can do the banner here.
Sure.
Let me see. Where did it go? Let me see. The banner. 1 second. Let me do the banner here.
Mhm.
There
There
we
you go.
go.
Mhm.
Great. And hope, yes, there we go.
Yep. It's all there. Very nice. Mhm.
Yeah. All right. I want to fix my screen well. Sometimes it's just so funny.
Well, just so long as you don't mess up the mic, please. It's perfect the way it is.
uh, Ngwe, can you come and help me here, please? Ngwe, please help me here. Sorry, guys. I need my technician to help me here.
I
I
haven't
always
seen her in so long.
Yes, I need some help. So just 1 second. Let my technician help me here before I continue. Yes, I know. And you this thing is I wanted to expand it, but you see
That's right.
it's too it's too big. Should I start from scratch?
No, no.
Okay.
That you didn't have to come live.
Um
You see the way I'm.
that's okay.
All right, it's fine. That's it.
It's okay, guys. 1 second. She's doing the work. Okay. Okay. All right. And then okay. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you guys for your patience. And now we can go. All right. It is going to be so fun today. And I really like us to all contribute, not just the men because it's their day, but all of us because we all serve as reminders to one another. Because if we are together, we love one another, we have to serve one another, especially during times like these of need. And even when it's not time of need, we need to cheer them on. When somebody takes that bold step or that determination to say, I have to stay healthy, that I am going to make sure I go for my checkups, my yearly checkups. And if I feel anything, I want to be able to consult a specialist to find out what I feel, not just with what we're going to be treating today, but with everything. Because remember, your health is your wealth. If you do not have your health, then you cannot have anything that you are vying for in life. So we are in the Mantle of Hope Revolution Part 260. November is Men's Health Awareness Month. Let's talk about men's mental health. And we choose this for a reason out of a lot of other things. There are a lot of other things that we can be talking about, such as prostate cancer, a lot of other things. But we choose this mental health for a reason because mental health um, has a lot of stigma, especially for the men. It has a lot of stigma, but it has a lot of stigma for all population. And so I'm just so happy that we are here. We want the men. This is your day. Contribute the most you can, but we women too have to do something, and we need to teach our children to start very young those checkups so that they can get used to these checkups. And so I want to thank you, Sis Yvonne, for preparing, making my day easy yesterday by preparing your paper so that I can just walk through it, without any stress or any thinking.
Thank you. Thank
That
you,
was
my sister.
so helpful to me. So thank
Thank
you.
you.
And we want to always appreciate our CEO, Mr. Ashmufare, no matter what, because my grandmother said, you never, ever bite the finger that fed you. I think he has fed us the good way with human resources, which is what we are enjoying here every
Mm-hmm.
Monday through Friday. So we are so grateful. And we ask that God leads, guide, protect him as he's also doing the same thing to all of us here. So this November, let's stand together. Let us stand together for men's mental health. And if you look at Sister Yvonne there and me, we are wearing blue. Blue is a symbol for a men's mental health, not mental, men's health awareness.
Awareness
This
month.
November. So blue signifies this month, and that is the color. So we need to wear it in order to respect it, in order to also have that commitment to say we are going to stand firm with them to make sure that they don't only take care of their mental health, they take care of all other aspects and taking care of their entire life, just like we women too are also doing, both old and new. And we begin to do the same for our children so that as they grow, from 1 year, 2, 3, 4 years, they know that you've been taking them every year for a checkup, a general health checkup, so that they will maintain this pattern, which is very, very healthy. So early detection is key. So this November, let us stand together for men's mental health. Real strength lies in speaking out, breaking down barriers, and seeking support. In unity, we build resilience. And we're doing this together, not just them doing it alone. So, Men's Health Awareness Month is a call to all of us, reminding men to honor their mental wellness, well-being, and find strength in sharing and connecting. Because vulnerability is not a weakness at all. Let us not
Mm-mm.
see somebody being vulnerable, we think it's a weakness. Actually, it's the courage to heal, and that is a strength. And so one conversation can spark a change. This conversation that we're going to do here today can spark a change. If we are not already taking care of our mental well-being, or taking care of our health in general, the conversation that we're going to carry here today can spark a change in each and every one of us, in the men and also in us women, to help them to take care of their mental health instead of shunning them for even having mental health. Because I believe, and I strongly believe, that each and every one of us has some level of mental health difficulties. Yes, we do. And so let's uplift the men in our lives, our sons, and reminding them that it's okay to talk about your mental health, to feel and to heal. We are in this together. And true power found in openness. There's always true power found in openness. It doesn't matter if somebody looks at you like you're too weak, or you're complaining about your mental health. Sometimes complaining is the way to really attract attention. So true power is found in openness. This November, one global movement celebrates every man who chooses to speak up, who chooses to seek for help and
Mm-hmm.
prioritize his mental well-being. Your mental health, all of us, if you don't have that mental stability, you cannot function at all of us. So together, let's redefine our strength as it relates to mental health, particularly our men. Our men. It's so important. So mental health is health. It is health. What else? It is health. It starts from the here, the thinking, the thoughts. So this Men's Health Awareness Month, let us be champions for change, positive change, encouraging men to share their stories, seek support, and know they are never alone in the journey. As we speak, I will really encourage some men to hop on the stage here and say something. Please hop on here and say something. And if you don't say something, just sit here quietly and you're supporting us as we talk about this, because this is your day. So I encourage that, whether the managing director is able to do so, whether Brother Levi Mamabolo, Brother Srijit, or Brother Kush, whatever we can do, if you can, just hop on the stage here. Or if you have maybe your brothers, or we, the ladies who have our men around us as we are watching this, if they are comfortable, they can also hop on here and let us discuss this together. And sometimes silence is the only answer that we need to listen and to make sure they know that you are in this together with somebody. You're not alone. So we encourage that here. So healing begins with connection. Let's make this November a month where men feel seen, they feel heard, and they feel supported in their mental health journeys. These journeys, plural, because the journeys are different. What is happening to one man doesn't mean that is the same for the other. They are of different levels. It is unique, and so we treat it uniquely. Don't take the one that happens there and say, oh, he did this to this person, but this person healed so fast. Why are you complaining? Those are the things that make men to shut up, and they shut down, and they don't want to say anything, just like our children. So one global movement is here to listen, really listen, with an open ear and heart, and to uplift and to stand beside every man in a world that often tells men to be tough. Be a man, be tough. Let's redefine what toughness really means when it concerns the men's health. Let us define it. And this Men's Health Awareness Month, real toughness is facing your feelings. How do you feel? Nobody's gonna face it for you. You're the one who bears the pain, who knows where it hurts. Nobody else is gonna know. And seeking help when it is needed, and even when it is not needed, do your yearly checkups. Don't take things for granted. We know that sometimes we forget. We all are prone to that. But when it becomes out of hand, we must seek help. We must go to the specialist. So it is so important that education is the bridge that transforms dreams into reality. Let us ensure every child has the tools to cross it confidently, especially crossing the journey of mental health into the other side, to make sure that every man, every young boy is healthy. And this classroom is more than just the four walls of the formal education in caring for our mental health. It is a gateway to the world. On this special day, let us break barriers and open doors for every young man, every man out there to learn, to take control and to take hold of their lives. They are in school and they are sitting for exam, they are studying. We don't know what is going on. We don't know. And as the school system will not be able to focus on one child to actually treat that child uniquely, because they don't know their mental health, whether it is okay when the child was sitting for that exam. And therefore, when a child fails the exam or didn't do well like we expect or we think, we know that we seek to find out, was this child okay? What was he feeling? And you do that in a very friendly, respectful, and private conversational way, so that we don't make that child feel ashamed, because we know that mental health is being stigmatized all over the world. And so we want to get this out and let the children feel free and the men feel free. So literacy is the key to this freedom from mental health. By teaching a child to really read and to consult, to talk about it, we unlock their power to shape their future when it concerns mental health and other areas of their lives. This is so, so important. So a healthy child is a thriving child. We all know that, just like us. A healthy mother, a healthy father, a healthy man is a thriving man. So let's invest in their mental health. Let us invest. When you invest in their mental health, you're investing in their well-being, for it is the foundation of a brighter tomorrow. Mental health, mental health, mental health. So this is very, very important for us. So empowering the men and the young boys out there, empowering our students. A child today means empowering humanity for centuries to come when it concerns mental health. So they will be free to talk about it. They'll be free to say where it hurts. They'll be free to not let people stigmatize them, and they'll be free to know that, you know what, I am doing the right thing that I'm supposed to do without anybody looking at me with a kind of look that tells me, oh no, you're crazy or you're not crazy. Let us open the doors for them to do that, and let us lift them up so that they can also lift up their voices to talk about what they are going through. So there's a lot of things that we can talk about here, like prostate health. We talk about testicular cancer awareness. We talk about cardiovascular health. We talk about diabetes management and prevention, and physical fitness and nutrition, health, relationships, and social connections. There are a lot of things that we can talk about. We can also talk about substance abuse and alcohol awareness. These are things that we can talk about this month. And hopefully next week we will pick another topic about men and talk about it. But today, you can also talk about your sleep health. Sleep is very important. Routine health screening, like we talked about before. So we want to start the conversations around the men's mental health. So let us focus on that today, because it starts from here. It starts from here. So why have we chosen to focus on the men's mental health? Why? So please let us really contribute in the chat. All right, let us talk about this in the chat. So why have we chosen that? It's a number of reasons. This is because depression, anxiety, and stress affect men profoundly. It does. And it really does affect them, but there are some other areas that it affects women even more than the men. So we are focusing on this because it really affects them profoundly, and yet they are often less likely to seek help. Why?
It,
Why?
aff- it affects them differently, but
Yes.
just equally, but just differently because we are the gender, right? The
Yes.
gender, it affects them differently because for them, it's the core of who they are. They feel less than capable, less manly, less, head of
Yes.
the whatever it is. And
Mhm.
so I think that's one of the reasons why they are so reluctant to ask for help, even from one another.
Mhm.
Sorry, sister, but I just want to say that it affects us. It affects us because we're all stigmatized in society by saying that we have a mental health issue. We all of us are. Children, women, everybody. We're afraid to say that. It's just true. But for
Mhm.
men, it's even more so because they think they're letting down everybody. Then they're letting down their household.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
That is so true. That is so true. So encouraging open dialogue about mental health, debunking stigma, really
yes,
opening that
yes,
stigma and
yes,
highlighting resources can make a big difference.
yes.
And let us do it. We're not just talking here. If you are
Mm-hmm.
with a man, you are with your son, you are with young men around your area, like in community groups or whatever, let
Yeah.
us put an eye on them. And you can just say when you they know that when they feel that, and they will feel it when you really love them, you're talking out of love because you're
Yeah.
talking out of care and kindness and
Mm-hmm.
empathy and sympathy and compassion. They will turn to you, because
They
I
will.
talk
They
about
will.
it everywhere I go, and a lot of time people are listening. That tells me that they've been wanting to talk, but there is nobody who can listen to them. Nobody's paying attention to them. So, what is mental health? Mental health refers to a person's emotional, psychological, and social well being. It affects how individuals think, they feel, and behave, and it also influences how they handle stress, they relate to others, and they make choices in their lives, in their family life, in the friendship life, community life, their business life, and other things. So
Yeah.
mental health is very important at every stage of our lives, from childhood and adolescence through adulthood and to death, through death. We know that. I have worked in a mental health ward, and I know what we are talking about here. So this is so important. Do not stand alone. Say something. One global movement is here. We can discuss it, and then we can find resources as well. You don't have to just die in silence, and know that majority of the world is good. Only a few people who don't understand will stigmatize others. But the few people who understand, the majority who understand, they're not going to stigmatize you. They're going to listen to you. I worked for my mom's auntie who was born with profound physical and mental disability. And in my culture, it is believed, and it is true, naturally, it is believed that people heal faster when they are around their families. And
Mm-hmm.
so we didn't have these institutions of group homes and mental health, this, but we have it in the hospital, we have it in a hospital setting. So when it was a little too much for the family, she would have to go, we take her to the hospital, but still there in the hospital, I was there with my brother. We're fighting to take care. We're doing things. But when it gets a little better, she comes back home. So talk to us. We are here as a family. Talk to us, not because we are diagnosing anything, because we are not specialists in that area, but we find resources and how you can get connected to people that can help you. And so good mental health helps individuals, help the men, all of us to cope with the challenges and stresses of life, maintain healthy relationships, work productivity, business life, and make positive contributions to our communities and now the global community. So, on the other hand, poor mental health can lead to issues such as depression, anxiety, substance abuse disorder, and other
Mm-hmm.
mental health disorders. Even just abusing a child, you traumatize a child, that's already causing mental health. And sometimes if we don't keep our mental health in checks, we will take it upon our own children, and you start yelling at the children, and you causing mental health for that child as well. So who is going to help the other person? And sometimes the men, depending on their background and how they were brought up, and we know globally that they always tell the man, be a man, suck it up, be a man, you are too weak, you have to be tough. No, toughness is a weakness. Toughness is a weakness. But when you express what you're going through, that is a strength. You have to talk about it. We, there are good people in the world that will care for what you're telling them. They will listen. And now together we can do a research on where you can go for help. So if we keep our mental health in check, it will do away with all of these other disorders. It starts from here. It really does. So mental health is influenced by various factors, including genetics. Genetics. Sometimes we hear it says it runs in the family. It runs in the family doesn't mean that we don't have to talk about it. It doesn't mean that there is no help for it. It means that when it runs in the family, we know that what is the pattern? How does it run in the family? How did it happen? When did it start? With who? And then we gather that data, that information. Then the specialist will know how to treat you. So when you go to see a specialist, they're going to ask you a lot of questions. Some people get frustrated with those questions, but those questions are there for a reason. They're there for a reason. So you give the information to the best of your ability. What you don't know, you can just say, I will not remember, I can't remember, because of course we cannot remember everything. So it could, not just genetic, life experiences. You see the wars and the traumas, the social challenges that our children and men are facing around the world. It causes mental health. Those are experiences that causes mental health. I've volunteered at the Veterans Hospital for 6 months. You see our young men that go to defend us, to really fight for us. They come with mental health disorders a lot, and they go through a lot. And then family history, we already talked about that, and the support systems available. What kind of support systems do we have? What can we advocate for? What can we talk to our Congress people about? What is going on in our society so that we can get resources in place for our men and young boys? What can we do? And what is the cost? What can we do if just the fact that a police officer stops a young man and questioning them or try to tackle them or something, it already causes mental health to children. And remember, mental health does a lot of harm in our communities. Now, when they're mentally sick and they don't seek the help that they deserve, now they cause problems too in the society that is also going to cause mental health to other people. So mental health can be nurtured through practices like self-care, really self-care, seeking professional support when needed, and building resilience. But self-care, do they have the resources that they need to take care of themselves? We need to find out. We need to know if they have these resources. And so when we talk about this thing, we also want to make sure that we are putting these resources in place for them to take care of themselves. And the first step is to identify and talk about it. Talking about it, we gather resources. What are the institutions out there? Which institutions are there? What do they do? We find out and refer our men, our young boys to these places. And what are the causes of mental health in men and young men? What are the causes? Sister, do you want to start with this?
Talking about those men who have come back from the trauma of war. That's trauma right there. It's a situational. Definitely, they probably left here going to war and they were okay. But the things that they've seen and experienced and asked to do, it's a trauma right there, and not everybody can handle that. And then they come back and they don't get the support. They're still being told to tough it up. It's ridiculous.
Yes.
Why should men as a gender be told to be more stoic than any other person? I mean, people are human beings. We're not a monolithic group that said men are this. We can't say that. The mind can be tough, but it can be so fragile. And when we're asking young, have you watched war movies? When they see one another being blown to pieces, how will not that damage anybody's mind? And then they come back and they're not getting the support, not financial support, not educational support, and certainly not healthcare support. They have to find their own way. And that helps you more even sink down into depression, because you think, I've served my country, which is one of the highest calling you can have, and it's not appreciated. They give their lives.
Yes.
And so we have to do better. That's my big thing, that we have to do better than that. They should not have to worry about that when they come home. These are people who've gone willing to give their lives. When they come home, they should be treated like the heroes that they are.
Yes.
Whatever help they need, it should be available without jumping through the hoops that many of them have to do. I mean, we have soldiers sleeping on the street, for God's sakes. It is abomination.
Yeah.
Of course they're going to have mental health issues. They're told to come back and just function like nothing has happened. They need a process of adjustment. And maybe they will work out of it. It's not necessarily a lifelong thing, but give them the time, by taking care of them in all the other areas so they can process that and go on with life, because you're always going to remember that trauma, because that's how the mind is.
Yep.
But we have to put in place, as you were saying, coping things. Where do they need to go from here? You come back, what are you suffering from? Where do we start to help you? It's a process, and
It
it should
is.
be seamless. It should not be that they have to find it out for themselves. And I'm saying men, but you know that women go to war as well. So, but we're dealing
Yes.
with men today, and they're the ones who are being forced to be stoic.
Yes. Yes.
And I know all about stoicism because I come from a family that prides that very greatly.
Mhm.
And so, but this is taking it to the extreme when you expect the soldiers not to have even a moment of breathing after coming home from such trauma. We can't destroy one another's bodies and other people's children and not have trauma, right? We
Right.
can't do it. So then they are facing trauma that we're responsible for. I'm talking about whatever countries send them to war, to put them back together. That's basically what I want to say about that. Put them back together as best
Together.
we can.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, certainly. And we see them a lot all over the world. They're suffering.
All over the
And yet
world.
they serve to protect us.
Yeah.
Or even if they were fighting for the right reason or the wrong reason, but they did. They did. We also
Yes.
talking here about men who have worked in companies. They've served the government. They've
Yeah.
served their communities. Now they are old,
That
but
too.
nobody takes care of them. And these are
Yeah.
men that have paid taxes. They've
Yes.
invested in their communities,
Yes.
and
Yes.
nothing is being done to them. And they treat them just like just here peanuts
Yeah.
here
Yeah.
you go. And it happens
Exactly.
everywhere. I've seen it. I've seen it. I've seen
It
it.
does. It's
Yes.
everywhere, sister. It's
Yes,
not
my
just we can't.
grandfather was a police officer. That I
Yeah.
can, yes, and
Yeah.
and the same thing, you know. So, but what about those that build businesses, developed cities, and gave jobs to people, provided jobs to people? What about them? You
I
know.
know. What
So
about
we
those
can do
people?
better.
Yes.
We have a lot. We have just too much
Yes.
not to take care of
Of
men.
our
And
weak
they're the
members,
protectors. They're the
Yes. Yes.
protector of
Yes.
every family. They protect us, physically. They have the physical prowess. They can do things. But we have the mental prowess. We can also do things. So we have been cut out exactly the way that God wants us to function in every society. But we are asking here that we take care of our men and we encourage them. We really let them know it is
Yes.
your right to take care of yourself. It's your right to make sure that the
Yes.
eyes are focused on you, the doctors are focused on you. It's your
Yes.
right to do that.
Yes.
And they cannot do it unless we normalize mental health, unless we cut
Exactly.
out the stigma,
Mhm.
unless we cut
Mhm.
out telling men, be tough, you're too weak, toughen it
Yes.
up, be a man, do
I know.
this, you know.
Mhm. Mhm.
So we need to, because a lot of men die in silence because our parents have taught them not to talk about things,
Yeah.
not
I
to say
was going.
anything because you're a man. They've
I
taught
was going to mention that. Yes, because so many women are now saying these men have committed suicide right there around them, and they had no clue. They had
yes,
no idea till one morning they found them with a gun in their hand or the gas hose in them. It's just, why should that be such a shame? It's just another health issue.
yep, yep. It is because when the man that has been brought, I come from that background where
Mhm.
it asks a man to toughen it up. No, you be a man. You have to put food on the table. You have to do you have to do this. That's not the way God created all of us. The woman is also there by the side of the man as support. You know,
Yes,
you cannot,
yes,
when you tell a man, most men, like you said, they commit suicide, most of them have heart attack because they could not measure up to what our parents have raised them to, telling them, you toughen it up, you be a man, you have to do this, do this, do that, not knowing what, when you do that, you're already giving the mental illness. They cannot. We need to support this our men, and we need to make sure they know that they are not in it alone, that we all are in this, because everyone, each and every one of us has some level of mental illness. Especially, why would you even have it? When you look
mhm,
around you, you see what is going on in the world with the children. We are mothers, we are fathers. Why would you not develop mental illness with what is going on around the world?
hmm,
And so
I know.
that alone is a cause for mental illness. So the causes
Yes,
of mental illness issues in men can be so complex and so multifaceted, involving a combination of biological, psychological, and social factors. We've talked about biological factor. Does it run in the family? That's talking about
yes,
genetics. A family history of mental disorder such as depression, anxiety, schizophrenia, and maybe it may increase the likelihood of mental health issues in men. And we know that it will. You're talking about
Yes.
brain chemistry. Brain chemistry is different. It is
Yes.
imbalance in the neurotransmitters. I know that some of these terms you might not understand, but these chemicals are found in our brain. The chemicals in the brain that requires your mood, well,
Yes.
how happy you are, how sad you are, how suicidal you are. All of those things are those chemicals that are called neurotransmitters. And these can contribute to men's mental health challenges a lot. And
Yeah.
we're talking about the hormones. Remember, our young boys, they are growing. When they are
Yes.
growing, just like the girls, the hormones are right there. They already have a lot to go through just
Yes.
having those hormones because those are natural hormones. Men will have that. You're talking about a young boy that is going through wet dreams, and they don't even know what dreams are because the father who is supposed to teach them did not understand, or the father was not in the life of that child to teach them what it means. The child just have to grope their way in life. I groped my way in life when it came to menstruation. Think about that for the men as well. That's what they have to go through. Hormonal changes fluctuates a lot, such
Yes.
as those related to testo, let me pronounce this thing well.
Testosterone.
Yes,
Mm.
testosterone levels
Mm.
can affect mood and mental health. It affects the mood. Imagine, sister, having your period. When I have my period, I'm so moody, okay? I am really so moody. Think about that for the men as well. So this may be evident during midlife, often called andropause instead of menopause, andropause for men or
And for
other
both for
life
men,
stages.
yes.
Yes. Then we talk about psychological factors, psychology, right? We already talk about stress and trauma with especially our soldiers. Stress and trauma, when the men are going through these hormonal changes, nobody pays attention. No father is holding their hand and say, come here, my son, this is what is going on. If we don't know, because our parents didn't know any better, so they couldn't teach us. Now that we know, let us seek to know, read more, take notes so that we can raise our children well. So stress from work, relationships, or life challenges. Sometimes the father who cannot put food on the table for the family, they feel that shame and that burden. And now they develop mental health, they have a heart attack. They say, what is the essence of even living when I cannot even provide for my own family? Men take that so seriously. And a lot of them, they just want to just give up and just die. A lot of them resort to alcohol consumption and a lot of things, and a lot of them they resort to medication to numb that pain, and oftentimes it's not good for their bodies. So it's a challenge, and that's why we need to open up and let them know that they can talk about it
I
when
was
you
just
don't.
going to say, sister, the
Yes.
best thing we can do is just be able to talk. People
Yes.
can come to you and say, I'm feeling that, because we're not doctors here. We're not giving any medical advice. If you feel any kind of these things that we're talking about, please go to the appropriate professional. That's what we're
Yes.
saying.
Yes.
But the idea of just being able to say, I feel this way and it's been going on for too long, I'm going to go see somebody. And you say, okay, fine, you want me to drive you?
Yes.
Whatever. It's just it
Support.
shouldn't be this dirty, deep secret, because it can happen to anybody, anytime.
Yes.
There's no reason to think that you're alone or you're weird or you're a burden, which is one of the things that people don't like to be. Just say, I'm hitting a rough spot here. I need help. I'm going to do
Mhm.
this. I need
Mhm.
your help with it, or whatever. But just be able to talk about it like anything, saying anything as you're ill with. That's
Yes.
the first thing what we need to do for one another, both men and women and children.
Yes.
And and
Yes.
and, and as you've always saying, that's why it's so important to know your family dynamics. When somebody has changed, like you say, the young boy or whatever, or the young girl, if they were really sociable and rambunctious and then all of a sudden they're withdrawn, you got to know what to do about that. It's time to sit down and say, what can we do here? What is it? And then you take it from there.
Yep.
People are our most valuable things that we have, ourselves and the other people around us. If no matter how much business you're doing, if you're not focusing on helping the people around you, you're not doing anything. Really, you're not.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. That is so true. That is so true. Because you're not going to exist in this life by yourself.
No, you're
You
not.
got to. You got to.
Right?
Because when you help somebody, already you feel good about what you're doing. And then that helping alone can even turn around and also cure you of what you might be suffering from. And it's going to happen to
Exactly.
everybody. We all, no matter what, we have health challenges. It might not be mental health, it might be breast cancer, it might be something else.
Whatever. Yes.
Everybody. So it is so important. I work in this state hospital, and I didn't like the way that some of the nurses were talking to these gentlemen, and
Uh-huh.
they're just from prison, and they were put there for treatment because they have the mental illness, and it just says
Yes.
he's crazy. He's crazy.
Oh,
You
I
can't
know,
just talk
sister.
low
I know.
on somebody like that.
Yeah, I know.
Let's
I
not
know.
use those words. Those words alone.
Mhm.
When you tell somebody they're crazy, you have deposited something that is going to weigh them down, and
Yes.
a lot of time it weighs the men down. Men don't like to be talked down on. They want respect. All of us want respect, but
Yes.
let us not talk down on one another. So men who tend to internalize emotions or who have a poor coping mechanism may struggle
Yes.
with mental health problems more than
Yes.
those who can express or manage
Themselves.
their
Yes.
emotions. If you don't recognize something and you start talking about it, you're not going to have the help that you deserve. Please,
Yes.
let's talk about this, and let us listen. Those of us, if you are beside a man, you're living with a man, or in your community, you see something, find a way. There are always ways to listen to somebody, and they will know if you're genuine because that vibration will hit them. They will
I was
know.
just going to say, yes, let them know that you're approachable, right? You're
Yes,
not going to be one to say, I don't want to hear about it or just snub. If you just open the door, and you can, there are vibes you can give off, as you say.
yes.
They know. And people want to talk.
Yes,
People want to
and there are
talk.
government institutions that and they have numbers that you can call
Yes,
anonymously.
yes,
Say,
yes, yes,
you know
they do.
what? There is this person that is going through this. How can this person needs help? You should be the one. You take care of your neighbor, and your neighbor
Yeah,
takes care of you. So don't just see
absolutely.
somebody suffering and you just go your way and you let them suffer, because that suffering also you're letting yourself to suffer by not helping somebody who is going through something that is not
Right.
good. So
It's
that
not
is
good.
also important. So depression and anxiety, men may experience depression and anxiety a lot in differently from women. Okay,
Mhm.
sometimes expressing these conditions through irritability. They are irritable out of the
Yes.
blue. You say, but what did I do wrong? I didn't do anything wrong. Oh, yes, just understand. Don't argue. The moment you start arguing, then you
Oh,
even
yeah,
escalate the whole
yeah,
situation.
yeah,
They'll
yeah,
become irritable. They'll become so angry. Sometimes they'll kick things or they'll punch things or
yeah,
even abuse substance, like we said before. You
yeah,
see that?
yeah.
So let us just listen, please.
It's actually a cry for help. That's what it is.
It is a cry for help. They are crying, but we are saying, I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
If you are talking like that, you yourself, you need help. You need to help too. Okay? Because we need to just really listen. And then you
Yeah.
say, you know what? I need some calm. Let us give them that calm. What can we do
Absolutely.
to set, if you're living with a man, or your brothers or whatever, you already know their pattern. If you pay attention to them, or your children, you pay attention to those boys, you will know what they like and what they really don't like. Maybe they love calm music, or maybe they love classical music. What do
Yes.
they like when they are irritable or when they're angry? Or do you listen to them to say, when they say, "Can I need some alone time?" Give them that alone time. But also
Absolutely.
check on them, because some men have committed suicide through that, because now they don't like talk. Men don't like unnecessary talk that much. They don't like.
In general, yes. In general, they're not very talkative.
They're not very
Say
talkative, and
about
that's
certain
the way God
topics, right?
created them. Let's do what. No, 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 no. We women, we talk too much. I'm sorry.
Especially about certain topics, right?
Yes,
I mean, if
yes,
you get them going about something that they're interested in, like woodwork in the garage or sports or
yes.
whatever it is, but certain things, no, not it. No,
Yeah,
no, no long talking.
when you are carrying out a conversation and the man asks you, uh, 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 "Are you done?" Or when are you going to become? What time is it going? My son asked me that. Now I know I have to really go straight to the point. They like that, you know.
Yes.
So
Yes.
you don't talk. But some men too, you know, in every role there is an exception. Some men
Yes.
can really talk you out too. But in that case, don't even fight, because fighting is not going to help any person at all. We have
Yes.
social factors,
Yes.
social
Yes.
expectations, societal pressure that expect men to be strong, to be stoic. We
Yes.
talk about stoicism and on emotional, and can lead to the suppression of mental health concerns. Let us not
Mhm.
suppress it. Let's not do that. This can prevent them from seeking the help that they want to or they deserve. So let's not try to do that. And then
Yes.
finances, work and financial pressure. We
Oh
know that
yes.
it
Oh yes.
causes a lot of mental health in men, job stress,
Yes.
financial strain. I couldn't pay tuition for my son or my daughter, or I could not uh, uh,
Mhm.
buy some flowers for my wife's birthday. Please, please, birthdays, sometimes if they don't have that money to buy those flowers, they still love you. Okay,
Yes.
let us
Yes.
accept that.
Yes.
Sometimes it's just giving you a hug for your birthday. That is more precious than going to hoarding those flowers all the time. You
Absolutely.
know, we need to
Absolutely.
know that
Yes.
even like not taking them out, or your husband cannot take you out, or your boyfriend for to the restaurant to celebrate you. Just know that that's okay. He still
Mhm.
loves you. Let us not
Yes.
put pressure on them. And let us also watch out for substance use, because some over drinking causes that. Over
Yes.
drinking, and not only that, it causes cirrhosis of the liver. It causes a lot of other things that are not healthy, that would really even go against a lot of things, you know. So let
Yes.
us do all of these things. So men, and
And
women.
then, those kind of things, they bring on shame, and they bring on financial problems in the home, right? Because I mean, especially in your country where everything has to be paid for health wise.
Yes,
So it just spirals out of control. And if there are, married people living at home with children and everything, and the wife does not support them or makes them feel, less than and put them down, it's
yes,
it's a horrible situation. Okay, it just gets badder and badder and badder, and not good. So even if you have those things, as you say, the drinking can lead to hardcore health issues like cirrhosis and other issues, and
mm,
that needs now treatment. And if the wife, your spouse, is not supportive, and you know what I mean, talks down to you, to the children, and we have to just be mindful of looking after one another, sister. That's where it
yes,
starts.
yes, yes.
Just be good to one another.
And when we are here, we ask, how are you all doing? That is one of the most important questions in life.
It is.
We don't
It is.
just ask it because we want to ask. No. And we don't ask it because we want you to come here. Remember, we always say here, take care of yourself first. Don't
Absolutely.
rush to come here without taking care of yourself.
No.
Your health is your wealth.
Yeah.
And when you do that, you will be prompt, and you will contribute so well with love to the children that we're trying to help. Taking
Yeah.
care of ourselves is number one, is priority. If
It
you
is.
don't, nobody's going to do it. And if we see that somebody is not taking care of themselves, don't laugh at that person. Look for ways. What can I do to help this person to focus on
Yeah.
themselves? Maybe they are
Yeah.
hungry. Maybe they can't provide food for their children. And there's lots of ways to find out without making somebody angry. So long as you have the good language, when you have the heart will show in your words, and
Yes.
people will listen. So
Yes.
number
Yes.
one solution is to break the stigma around mental health, especially for men. Break it,
Absolutely.
talking about it, taking action, and really, really helping them, especially those that go through the cultural thing, that you got to be tough. You got to really suck it up and be a man. We
Yeah.
need to do that, and then we need to improve our access to mental health services. A lot of them are around, but do they know? That is why we are
Yes.
here talking about awareness. Do they know? So we need to talk about these things, and we have to build supportive relationships, like we are
Mm-hmm.
here in one global movement, building that
Yes.
supportive, because I am here in the United States of America. You are there in Canada. The other person is there in Rwanda or in Cameroon. When we, because this is This is the global village right here. When we know that somebody is finding challenges, we have to. I can do that. I will have to learn about the culture, the government. What can I do? What phone calls can I place? The embassies are there. The embassies are not just there to give visas or to give passports or anything. Call the embassy. This is what is happening to this man. This is what is happening to this boy in school. What can I do? Who can I contact? They will help you. They will.
Mhm.
Know that when you begin things like that, they'll be so happy that at least somebody is giving them the respect that they can also help. A lot of time we don't go to those people. We say, oh no, they're not going to listen to me. You already set the premises that they're not going to listen, and therefore they're not going to listen. For me, I
Right.
always go there with the intention that they're going to listen. So
Of
it is such
course. Of
teaching
course.
them coping skills is so important. And let
It
us
is.
make sure we give them showers. You know, I will talk about this story. It's not a very good story, but it's a story, it's a life story, it's true. You know, the husband of this mother passed away, and because they were doing things so much in sync with one another, they're so much in love. They had children, they've established businesses, and what the wife was doing mostly is to take care of the children, and the husband will take care of the businesses. And when the wife has time, she will also stop by and help. You know,
Mhm.
but the husband passed, and this alone sent that woman into mental health challenges until
Yes.
today. And now the woman who was so beautiful, well kept, could not do anything. But the daughter took it upon herself to always go. She was living on the street, to always go and
Mm.
look for the mother and buy good things and clothes, change of clothing, and ask the mother to come with her to give her a shower. Always,
Mm.
people would pass stop by and say, "Why are you wasting time there doing that for her? She's crazy. You yourself, you're crazy when you're talking like that." And so, but this is, I'm just giving this as an example. We cannot just abandon them. Take self-care is so important, that they are clean, that they have the appropriate clothing that they need, because that
Yes.
alone will help for them to come out of that situation. And they will know. They know that, oh, my son, my
Mm.
daughter love
Somebody
me.
cares.
You know,
Somebody
they want
cares. Somebody
yes.
cares.
So
Yes.
that is so
Somebody cares.
important, and
Yes.
it's a lot of. This is a very huge topic as always, but I think we will be talking about this again and again. What else can we talk about but than to talk about care? Very important.
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Yes.
it
So
is.
thank you guys
Very
so
much.
much. And I thank you, the men, for taking good care of your mental health and
Yes.
continue to do so. Thank you for the checkups that you're going. If you have not already started doing checkups at least once a year, do so. And don't say, I did it already, and something comes or you don't want to go. Still do it again and again and again. So
Yeah.
thank you guys so much for listening, and thank you for your contribution. And let's appreciate our audience. Yeah, and thank you so much, Sister Yvonne, for
You're
really
very welcome, sister.
expanding
Yes.
on this idea. But
Mm-hmm.
make sure you consult your doctors, please, please. If you're not doing checkups, do it. Do it
Yeah.
once a year. Do it, and do it as often as you can if you're finding any difficulties.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go here. We have oh wow, that's it. Okay. Greetings, 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 everyone, and thank you for joining us again today to support the OGM vision and mission to mitigate the social ills plaguing our children globally. Thank you so much. And today's topic is v- uh, vitally important to all the men in our lives, to our sons, to our baby kids that are watching us. November is Men's Health Awareness Month. Let's
Yeah.
talk about men's mental health. Very
Mm-hmm.
important. Thank you so much. Please share your thoughts in the chat, of course. And we have our brother Roazeba. Thank you so much for listening. And if you guys have any questions or anything that you want us to talk about concerning men, there are a lot of things that we can talk about. But since everything starts with here, we need
Yeah.
to talk about here first. So thank you guys so much for listening. And with here with this is sorry, this is Katik. Welcome back. We miss you so much, but thank God you're here. How are you? How have you been? Thank you so much for being here with us today and supporting our awareness today about men's mental health. Thank you so much. And we have Sir Ashok Kumar. Thank you so much for your support here today. And we have Clover Kelly. Thank you, thank you, thank you for supporting us here today on men's mental health. And let's go down here. And of course, the managing director is here. Hello, everyone, and welcome to One Global Movement. Speak with Heart today. Please feel free to comment here in the chat with your thoughts. Yes, yes, yes. Hi, Yvonne Finn. Nice seeing you after a lovely Passion Singapore, Malaysia global webinar this early morning. You know, I
Yes.
really love to attend that, but too much for me to attend.
I know. We know.
But it's so hard for me to attend. And
Yeah.
sometimes I sleep late, I wake up, I have appointments. Okay. But I'm glad that you are attending on behalf of yourself and One Global Movement as well.
I am.
And
Yes.
John is also there anyway. But if they
Yes.
absolutely need me for something, I'll be right there to help too.
Yes.
Yes, because I'll plan ahead of time.
Yeah.
So yes, I enjoyed seeing you there as well, John. It was a very inspiring session for sure. See how we support one another?
Yes, we do.
Inspiring
Absolutely.
one another.
And that's how it should be. Yes.
Yes, yes. And we have Ballyhoo Pushpin Media. Thank you so much, Sister Sharon, for your work on this day. Today, you did a lot of work. You put a lot in there. Thank you so much. It's World Hello Day. Hello.
Hello, everyone. Greetings from Canada. I can say that too. Greetings from Canada.
Greetings from the United States and greetings from Cameroon. Okay. And then happy birthday to everyone who is celebrating their birthday today. I think Megan, when is she celebrating?
No, she's already had. She was the 13th. It was last Wednesday.
That's not fair that you did not tell us. Well, happy belated birthday to Megan. Megan is Yvonne's.
I will tell her that you say so, sister.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much. And let's go here. Now we have David. David, you said you're a composer, if I remember right. You say you compose music. Let me know. You can contact me through the managing director, John Barilla, please, and let us give you One Global Movement's written song so that you can do something with it. I think you said so yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. So you said you were a composer before. Let us know about that because we need.
You put everybody to work, don't you, sister?
Yeah, the children require everyone to get to work. You know. So, hello, pretty. How are you? Men's mental health. What a lovable topic. Thank you so much, pretty. Thank you for your contribution yesterday and today. We highly appreciate you. So, greetings, David Doc, and everyone here. Rosalski, absolutely take care of yourself and thanks for being with us. Yes.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And let's go down here. We have our beautiful sister, Pat Perrin. How are you, Pat Perrin? I pronounce it in French. Pat Parent. She is a parent, okay? So, hello, how are you? Thank you so much. Hashtag unpassive Patricia Perrin. Thank you. Hello, my beautiful sisters. Yvonne's. The two Yvonne's. Thank you. And Sir Kayandari, how are you? Thank you so much for coming back from that beautiful vacation. If you took one, we are happy to welcome you back here. Thank you so much. We have Sushil Biswas. How are you? Thank you so much. We are so in it to win it.
Yes, we are.
And we are winning every day. Thank you so much. And let's go down here. I had several health issues in the last few years, unusual for me, but I'm determined to do what I can do to stay healthy.
There you go, John. Absolutely. That's the way to do it.
Yeah. Yes. That's a very good encouragement for all of us here, and especially the men. Thank you so much, John. And we have Alam Hussein. How are you? Thank you so much for joining us from that end. We appreciate you. And if you're new here, please take a moment to subscribe. That means you love what we are doing for women, children, and young people. Take a moment to subscribe so that you will get all notification and for when we go live, when we have new content, so that you can also share, because this is a global thing. Every child needs to be reached. So take time to do that, and also take time to go to our Facebook page to like and follow. Pat Perrin, thanks for coming again to One Global Movement. Speak with Heart today. Yes, thank you so much, Pat. We love you. And hello, everyone, she says. So grateful to be here again, just listening today. Love you all. And hashtag standing together men's health. Standing together for men's health. Thank you. Hashtag One Global Movement. Yes, we are
Amen.
standing
Yes.
together for men's health.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. And hello, special hello to Sushil Biswas from the managing director. Welcome to One Global Movement. Speak with Heart. And let's go down here. And of course, the dancing queen Nancy is here again today. Thank you so much, Nancy, always for uplifting children and young people and women worldwide, especially with what you do. So just so you guys know, she is a nurse and she will surely know what I'm talking about here. So thank you so much.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And Bobby who pushed me media says men commonly avoid seeking help for mental health issues and often try to handle it on their own. Please seek help, and then you can also then take care. You know, self-care is very important, but let us all seek help, especially to our men. Don't toughen anything up. It's going to portray a weakness on your part. But sharing it, complaining about it, telling the specialists, the doctors, that is your strength. Thank you so much. We need to normalize discourse about mental health. It is to be seen as just another health issue, to be given the appropriate treatment and care needed. Certainly true. Certainly. Thank you. Lifting up all men, child, to a mindset that when we need extra care with our mental health, teach and consult when needed. It's not to be a shame, a sham. It's not to be a sham. Understanding that you can be free to share freely. Yes, yes. Thank you so much. Thank you, Sister Pat, for saying that. Don't be ashamed. Don't be afraid. We are in this together. Please. And David says, we are trained a certain way growing up. We also get great satisfaction from a job well done. We don't ask for help because we weren't wired that way. We are the whipping post of society. Oh, that touches my heart so much. Oh my God. Thank you so much for sharing that. This is exactly what we are talking about here. You shouldn't have to be the whipping post of society. We are here together. Let's talk about this. And David, if you like, you can hop on here, bring something that concerns the men's mental health. You can hop on here and talk about it. So we hear it from the perspective of a man, because that statement there alone demonstrate that you know exactly how it feels to be a man suffering from mental health, and because you've been wired that way by society that doesn't understand. We don't blame society, we don't blame our parents. They did not know because that's the way they were wired, and therefore they pass it down, and we don't want to pass it down. We want to break those chains and give the freedom that the men need to advocate and to voice out where it hurts mentally. All right, thank you so much. And Maria Jazz, how are you? Thank you so much for being here, sister. We highly appreciate you and we love you. OGM is making efforts to change the whipping post, David, mentally, David. So keep standing proud. Keep standing. Everybody does. I do have it. I have a mental health practitioner that works for me. I do have it. Please, please, please. And this was caused by work. It's a work-related thing that resulted into what I'm going through. But I keep seeking treatment for it all the time, just so you know. Once a week, I have to do something with the mental health practitioner. So you guys know, do not be quiet. People who laughed at you, please don't get mad at them because they are ignorant. They don't know. They don't know because of their orientation. So let us do this together. So thank you so much, Sister Yvonne.
Yeah.
And stand strong. Sister Pat says, stand strong, David. You have the heart so big. God will
Mhm.
see you through. Thank you so much for saying that. You make me almost want to cry. I'm a cry baby. So don't.
That's okay. It's good to have your emotions. We're
Yes,
emotional
yes.
beings. Yes.
Because I have seen people in my family, men, they go through that and they shun
Of
them
course.
and they
Yes.
don't want to seek treatment. I have seen it. And
I
that's why
know. That's what I'm
me,
saying.
me
It's
and my
it's
baby
it's in
mother,
all every family can have it. You can
yes,
see it when the person change, they become withdrawn, and then people just don't talk about it. They just go on like
yes.
nothing is
I would
changed.
think, oh, he's getting better because he's withdrawn because he is shying away from the words of people. You know,
Exactly.
we
Exactly.
decided to raise my son with open communication, me and the father, you know. So every little thing, if he's stressed out, he has to say it. He has
Yes.
to say every little thing. What he
Yes.
doesn't say is what he does not know. That it therefore means that we didn't do a good job with that. And we can never do everything good because we don't
We
know
can't do
everything.
perfect. We can't do
Yes.
perfect, but we can
So,
try our very best. And when it comes to people, we need to go the extra mile.
so David, thank you so much. There are so
Yeah.
many topics to be talked about.
Yeah.
Please, we invite you to pick one of the topic, whether it is prostate cancer, whether it is still this mental health to talk about, because this is the
Yeah.
one thing that men are not treated nicely when they have mental health.
But
Whether
even
it
so,
is, yeah,
sorry, sister, go ahead. Go ahead.
yes, anything that you want to talk about, come here. Or if you have some people that want to talk about it, this platform is for everyone. It's not just for us. We want to hear from everyone here. And David, I give you the floor. If you want to come and talk about it, pick a topic, send it in. You can send it through any of us here. We are a family here, and we will support you here. Thank you so much. Go ahead, sister.
Even the whipping post attitude that he says, that is true of men.
Mhm.
A lot of people think that men don't have any feelings and they can just take and take and take and take and take abuse. When do you say good job? That's all it takes sometimes, and they don't get that.
Mhm.
A lot of time men don't get that. It's
No,
just
they
that
don't. They
they
don't.
don't. And I mean, that is very telling what David just said.
Yes.
Men are the whipping post. Everything that goes wrong, but no, it's not true.
Hmm. Yep.
So that's something that we can address. And as I said, we're on OGM, we want to make strides into changing that. We are all fallible and we're all great. As you all like to
Yes.
say, we all have greatness, right?
Yes.
It's an
Yes.
equal thing. I just long for the day, not that we will change our genders, and that's not what I'm saying, but just when we're so equal. We walk into a room, that's a man, that's a woman, that's all there is, and we have equal good stuff to give,
Yes.
right? Just
Yes.
take us as you see us. That's what
Yes.
I'm saying. Yeah.
Yes. And it starts with us. It starts here.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Absolutely.
that's right here.
Yep.
I was going to say something, it just escaped my memory. Maybe it will
Oh,
come back later on.
okay, it will. It
Okay,
will.
now I get it. Now,
Yeah.
here's the thing. Society and politics and the government plays a big role in what men are going through.
Yes.
Because there will be no reason. I know that some of these men that abuse women, a lot of times they are crying out because nobody's helping them,
Yep.
and they can, even some of them, go to the extent of killing their children, killing their wives. That is the serious mental health issues.
Serious.
So,
Very
like,
serious.
I'm talking about child support. I don't think that a man should be overcharged for child support while not even having to even relate with the children. A lot of these things cause mental health problems with men.
But the
And
problem with that, sister, is
mhm,
that it has become a tool to be used by unethical women,
yes,
right?
there you go.
As a punishment for these men because they want to leave the home. Some of these men they're not dads. They're not going to leave the home and not look after their children. But the courts allow these women to increase and increase and increase until these men end up living below the poverty line because they are no longer wanting to be in that relationship. It's a crime to
Yes,
me to do
yes.
that, right?
Yes, it is. It is. And we are asking us women, you don't need that. If you don't want the relationship anymore, why don't you just discuss it and walk out in peace? I know
Yes.
that some of the women will be afraid because of threats. There's always a better way to do something. Let us not do the, because we ourselves, we increase the, when I'm talking to my son, I listen, even to the father. When they don't want to take it, I just say, I'm sorry. I withdraw very quick, because
Yes,
when they are not happy, you will not be happy as well. You will
of
not.
course.
The
Of
children
course.
will not be happy, and that circle can continue into the distant
Exactly.
future for our children.
Exactly.
We don't
Exactly.
want that. We
Yeah.
know that there are always going to be problems, because
Always.
sometimes you can't stay together for life, but there's
You can't.
always a better way. Because when we start, we just put down our rules and regulation. What are we going to do? Is there any need to be shouting on top of your voice against one another, or calling names, or saying this and that? There's no need for all of that.
Yeah.
There's really
Yeah.
no need for all of that.
There isn't. There
You
isn't.
can discuss about a man that is lazy in a very nice way,
Yeah.
in a
Of
very
course.
teaching way,
Yes.
inspiring the person instead of calling names and this. I know that sometimes when I get mad, I can be guilty too, but that's not a good thing for anybody.
Sister, we're not aiming for perfection because none of us will make it, but we're aiming for our better versions of ourselves, for excellence every single day. And as you said, when we know better, we do better. That's how it happens. So as
Yes,
soon as you learn something that's a better way of doing something, you try it out, right?
yes, yes.
That's
I'm
how we
really,
make progress. And I
I'm
really
really
think,
happy with that conversation that is going on here. This person is answering to this person. That is very beautiful conversation. I love that. And
I know,
Sister Sharon said, "You are the one thing in this world, above all other things, that you
you
must
must
never
never
give
give
up
up on.
on.
Yes, Sister Sharon.
Asking for help is the first. I ask for
First,
help. I ask you. I ask for help all the time. I ask for
ask
help.
for help.
Somebody
Yes.
says, Mundih, why don't we try it? I say, okay, you try it first, because yes, so
Uh,
true, Yvonne. These things shouldn't be happening to our men and women who fought for our countries. They need to be looked after every single day. Let us stand up for them with life and support. There you
yep.
go. Thank you so much, Sister Pat. Thank you. I really love this conversation today. I love it.
Yes, it's
Thank you.
lovely. Yeah.
Rita Mani Day, how are you? Hello, good morning, Dr. Mundih, Yvonne Finn, John Barilla, sir, and all hashtag unpassive family, which is
Thank you,
all
Rita
God.
Mani.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And of course, we have our firefighter here, Cecile Wire. And thank you so much, Brother Cecile, for being an important part of what we are doing here for our children and women. And just so you guys already know, he's a firefighter. He's fighting
Yep.
all the fire. So call for
Yes.
him, okay? If you, like, my mom was messing around with me, I didn't have your number, I would have just called right away. If
Yeah,
only you're
but
close to
but
me.
he has such a powerful job for the community, does he not? Yes.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much for serving our communities, Brother Cecile. Thank you. And let's go here. It's hard sometimes for men to ask for help for so long. Men were not expected or allowed to show vulnerability. I
Yep.
myself, until recently, suffered for years with PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. Yet, I rarely spoke
There
of.
you go.
See, do you see that? John, feel free. Your Uncle John, call me and I will listen to you. All right. Do not keep quiet anymore. And then together we can find resources. And I know that you know, because you're speaking about it now. So thank you so much
Exactly. He's
for
good
sharing
now.
that. This is giving encouragement to other men. Don't keep
Yes.
quiet. Don't.
Yes.
I have mental illness too. Don't keep quiet. But I'm keeping
As
it
you
in
said,
check.
sister, we all have a little bit of it. Sometimes it crops up and we think, we can't cope. But that's a mental thing. When you say
Yes.
you can't cope, yeah,
Yes.
it's the way it is.
Yes, I rarely talked about it now, but at least I do with some that I can trust to be
That's the
sympathetic.
wise decision,
Thank you.
John. Very
Thank you,
wise.
John.
Yes.
Thank you so much. And we have veteran programs in our village plans, disabled vets and civilians as well. They need our admiration, not be pushed aside. I joined and I failed the Marine Corps. Heartfelt respect to them. Thank you so much, David.
That is such
David,
a tough training. Oh
thank
my gosh. Have you seen what they go through, sister? The Marine Corps.
Oh, no.
It's the training is a, I don't know how they do it.
David, let's connect, okay? Let's connect, please. You have a
Maybe
lot to
David can
share
tell us
there.
about it.
Thank you, David. I found that with depression, one of the most important things you could realize is that you are not
Not
alone.
alone. Very
I'm
good.
not alone. I'm be saying, I'll be running my mouth. Oh no, I don't feel this. Oh, please. You know, I do that. Sorry to hear that, John, but happy to hear you have changed that attitude and sharing with trusted people. And trusted is the word here because some people know that what you're going through might not be supported by other people, not because they are mean people, because they can't
They
support
just don't,
because
you
they
don't
too are
know.
going through some challenges.
Yeah,
And so if
yeah.
somebody cannot support it, leave them alone. Don't say they did not support you. Just keep moving to where you can be supported. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
we suffer from things that people don't know, and somebody might not be able to support you when you're talking.
Exactly.
I also have a friend putting together a horse therapy ranch for veterans.
Good,
Yes.
good.
Yes.
Very good. Very
Do you
good.
know that what one of my treatment is gardening? When you guys see me doing gardening and farming, that
I
is
know.
the one thing that cured me. I'm not even cured altogether, but
Yeah.
that and the doctor prescribed that for me.
Yep.
Yes,
Yep.
and it helps a lot. So a lot of things like the
The horse
horse
therapy, I hear
therapy,
such good things about it. I mean, really, it seems to be fabulous.
yes,
Yeah.
and music therapy,
Music
massage
too. Music
therapy,
is for me.
or
Yeah. Yeah.
or or meditation therapy, whatever,
Yep.
it helps for different people depending on their different situation. What works for you might not work for another
For
person. You
somebody
keep
else.
trying.
Yep.
You
Yep.
just keep trying. So
Mm-hmm.
I hear great results from that therapy, David. David, where are you? Are you in the United States? I want to know. Okay. All right. All right, thank you. And absolutely, men suffer as women do at a certain time in life. Yep, yep,
Of
yep, yep.
course. Yes.
Thank you so much, Sir AP, for being with us again today. We highly, highly appreciate you. Our love to your beautiful girls. Thank you. And hashtag we stand with Ash Mufara, sir. Yes, 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 yes.
Yes, we
Hashtag
do.
we stand because if not of Ash Mufara, will we be here? I don't think so. So thank you so much for supporting that.
Mm-hmm.
And David, there is a place here in Saskatchewan that does horse therapy for disabled children and adults. Wow, I'm so excited to get in contact with them, how it can help with our villages. Thank
There
you
you
so much.
go. There you
Wow.
go.
Do you see that,
Mm-hmm.
David? You've sparked a conversation here that it's going to be so fruitful.
He
Thank you so
has.
much for that.
Yes.
Thank you. And sending virtual hugs to everyone who needs it. Everyone needs it, okay? Everyone needs it like
Okay.
I do. Who needs it now? Hope you can feel the squeeze. Squeeze time. All right. Thank you so much, Sister Shema. Thank you.
Okay.
And Sub AP is saying a special hello to you, Mr. John Barilla. How are you? Today's discussion about you and me. About all of us. Yes, you and me. Yes. Thank you, Sir AP. And thank you, SK Jaffa Alisaka, for your poetic reading of Shape Face Fuchsia. Thank you so much for that.
Mhm,
And
mhm, mhm.
hello, Sharon. A special greetings to Sharon there. And David says, oh, yeah, Patricia Parang, it will help so many readjust to civilian life. Yes.
Yes.
And we are
Yes.
doing it here. Back to nature is what David and Pat Parang are talking, and we all are
Of
talking
course.
back
Yeah.
to nature.
Mhm.
Do things according to nature. And who is nature? The one that created us. If we
Yeah.
can just go back to nature instead of the world, things will fall in place. So that is so wonderful. Thank you so much. Wow, I love this discussion.
Mhm.
And let us go back and watch these things and make comments if we can, or send our families, our men and young boys here to watch this, please.
Right.
This is for all
Yes.
of us and for them. What a great topic. Thank you, sisters. We stand together. All
Well,
things are possible to make changes the world needs. It
needs.
is. We are already doing it. We are already doing it, and we're going to keep doing better and better to reach every child, every young person, every woman. Because when you reach this population, you have automatically reached out to every man, every person in the world. So thank you so much. Good to see you, Sir Epi even says. Internalizing is why I have ulcers. Oh, David. Yes. When you internalize things without talking about them, you develop stomach ulcers. All right. And thank you guys so much. Speak up, speak up, speak up. One global movement is about speaking up for everyone, especially children, young people, and women. So thank you so much. Wow, this is a beautiful day today. When we offer a listening ear, you
You
can
can help. Yes.
listen and don't criticize. Listen, and if possible, go when you're listening to somebody who is sharing with you, take a pen and a paper so that you
Mm-hmm.
don't interject in the conversation or in the sharing. You just put down points that you come back and you
Yeah.
discuss them or you ask a question. That's what I do. I'm
Yeah.
always when I'm listening, I'm with a pen so that I
Yeah.
just point form. Then I'll come back. So I don't because when you obstruct somebody's
Train
uh,
of thought. Yeah. Yeah.
thought,
Yeah.
they can't come back to it again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially children, when you
Yeah.
do that, they can't come back and then they'll go,
So true.
I don't.
Very,
So we don't want to do
very
that. We
true.
want to
Very
listen.
true. Yeah.
Yes.
Very true.
And Treaty says, or we have our own global social media platform, hashtag ONET and a virtual heart to heart connecting media and incredible hashtag OConnect
Conferencing.
conferencing PF to come together to open up blocks of pain in minds. Yes. Yeah, we're going
Mm-hmm.
to be discussing a lot on these platforms here, and we thank God for Mr. Ash Mufarah. Thank you so much for sharing that, Pretty.
Thank you.
Your name means pretty, means you're very pretty, and I'm glad you're writing in a very pretty way. One of the great traits of unperseverance is our ability to listen and be compassionate and empathetic.
Yes, that is
How
true.
he himself listens. No matter what gets thrown at him, he still listens and he still
He
comes
does.
out with that positiveness. A lot of
Yeah.
us will explode, but he doesn't. He doesn't.
Mm-mm.
He is a very great example to emulate, you
He
know.
is. Yes.
Absolutely, David. And Sir AP says so many types of adulteration in foods are disturbed, have disturbed our hormones. There is no difference in gender. So we must promote organic food products and farming. We must save at least next generation. Thank you so much for putting
Mm-hmm.
emphasis on that. You guys see me if you watch me, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Organically grown without any chemicals used. And we cannot just be talking about helping children and young people and women to eradicate hunger, illiteracy, and poverty without going down to the basics. It starts with the soil and
We
it ends
do.
with the soil. So thank you
Yes.
so much, Sir AP, for throwing more light on that. Thank you. And one of the great traits of unperseverance, oh, did I read that? I did, right?
No, you did not. Yeah. Go ahead.
One of the great traits of unperseverance is our ability to listen and be compassionate and empathetic. Thank you so much, David.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Now let's go down here. The village is going to make food safe again. I love when
Again.
you talk about the village, you know, and the village also means communities. All right.
Yes.
But it
Yes.
begins with us. We're not going to be talking about the government. We're not going to be talking about the churches. We're not going to be talking about other organizations. We're going to be talking about us because it begins with us. When you start it, and you do it well, following nature, it's going to have a ripple effect. It will spread out not just to your children, to your immediate family. It's going to spread out in the community, and that's what we are doing in here in One Global Movement. And together, the world will know our name from Unpassive. Okay, that's so important. Basically, Pretty says men bear unbearable liabilities without complaining their difficulties they face. We all, unperseverant sisters and brothers, are one family, and together anything ethical is possible. I so love your contribution, Pretty. You just touched my heart so much. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. And we have Tavern Prince. How are you, Tavern? Thank you so much for joining us here today. We highly appreciate you. And guys, hop on the stage. Okay, say one or two things because these children need to hear from different directions, from different angles. Remember, when we're talking about all inclusion, it means everybody is included here on this stage and in the chat. And do it when you're comfortable. And when we are talking about choices, giving children choices, not just three. They have a gazillion of choices, and we must open the way for them to use and test these choices to see if it fits if it fits in their own scope of building on their hopes and their dreams. So, so important. And we call and we invite everyone to be a part of here. So this is an important topic. Great session. Thank you, Sister Mundih and Sister Yvonne Finn. Hashtag One Global Movement. Hashtag Speak with Heart. Push me
Mhm.
media. Thank you so much. And Sir AP says, lots of chemicals and fertilizers, pesticides are not good for human being. Injecting hormones like oxytocin in animals, vegetables, and fruits for increasing the growth and milk is dangerous to mankind.
Of course it is.
It is, it is, it is. And I am planning, I said, if there's a way, I will milk my own cows. I will raise my cows, and we need to. And it's just for the sake of making money. People are there wanting money.
It's,
And mind you,
yeah.
most of the companies that produce this, they don't consume them. All right.
No, they
And so
don't.
it is us, the parents, who have to make sure that what we are consuming is good and is also good for our children. And so you who is going to buy what you know that is not good, you have yourself to blame for your children, and you have yourself to blame for yourself. So we need to watch out for one another. And therefore, we are calling on everyone to go back to nature, go back to the soil. And you might not do it the way others are doing it, but do it in your own little way. Of course, the scripture tells us that do not buy a home without a little space for your vegetable. And
Mhm.
not even build a home without reserving a little space for your vegetable, from your backyard to the kitchen, and from your kitchen to the table is the healthy way of life. And we are here to promote that and do it, not just promoting it, but doing it with action. So thank you so much, Sir AP. And Sister Pat says, so much appreciation to OGM for all you share every day. Hashtag love, hashtag teach, hashtag children, hashtag men, hashtag women, hashtag unpassive, hashtag thank you, Mr. Ash, hashtag help is here with OGM. Thank you so much, Sister Pat. Your support is so paramount to us here and to our children worldwide. Children already know who you are, and because they go back and they watch these children, they focus on this a lot. And how do I know? They write to me a lot. Sometimes I don't even have time to reply to them, but they are doing so. And we all know that. And thank you for putting your heart in children. And let's go down here. Sir AP says, thank you, Dr. Mundih, for discussing on the subject. We must stand for equality, thinking without any hesitation. Most of the societies are suffering from mental health problems. Yes.
Yes.
And we know sometimes some things we can't discuss here, because discussing it rather than talking, we take action. So we will be behind the scene doing what is necessary with love and nurturing, so that eventually it will take a ripple effect in the world for our children and our families.
Mhm.
And here you go. This is the link. Please help us. The least you can do is to start helping us to go to One Global Movement Facebook page, to like and follow and share in your groups. Share in everything that you're doing, because this is the way that we will be able to reach every child. And this is another way of raising resources that are needed to help these children. So please do your part. As you come here is one part. As you also share to your various groups, social media groups is very important. And in your community, in schools, in churches, in youth community groups, in everywhere, let us share this. Okay. Thank you so much. I saw a deer. We even I saw a doctor. We even spoke. We talked about how high the price of donuts has gotten at Quick Check.
Is
Quick
that
Check.
what you? Is that what your doctor talked about? I mean, I'm not sure why you went to see them, but I saw a doctor, and we even spoke. We talked about how high the price of donuts has gotten at Quick Check. What does that got to do with your health? Come on.
Yeah, I know. Maybe
Yeah, what does that mean, David? Maybe you
I
can
think it's
expound
like
on that,
the
please.
fast food something. For me, I think he's trying to talk about fast food. Is that what it is? So explain to us further so we can learn.
Yes, please.
And Sir Praveen Kumar, thank you so much, sir, for being with us here today. We highly appreciate you. Mental health issues are two types: one natural and human made. Yes, it is a huge subject.
It
Thank you so
is.
much. Thank you,
Absolutely.
thank you, thank you. And let's go here. We have Bad Hussein, Future of Internet. I love you on Passive. Yes, thank you so much. I so love the support that we are doing here. We all support on Passive, and we stand behind Mr. Mufare. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't compose music. They call me Johnny Sad Note. It's okay, David. You're not sour. You are sweet.
Sourdough.
Okay, you're sweet.
Sour note.
And Sister Pastor, I was just going to listen today as my energy is low. But after listening, I had my energy raised. Oh, thank you.
That is so
Love
nice.
this
Yes.
session. It's always uplifting. Love you all. Greetings from
Thank
Canada.
you, Sister
Thank you.
Pat. Thank you.
And the poor people in the world, in underdeveloped and developing countries, are far away from medical checkup in a scientific way. So it is also a part of our future designs of social work through Unpassive. Yes, yes. Yes, we need to, because if we're not healthy, there's nothing we can do, and we can come together to build those resources. Thank you so much. Thank
And
you.
David says the show also raised his energy. So that's good. That's good.
Thank you so much, David. Thank you. Oh my God, you and everyone here. It looks like everyone is on fire here today.
Yes, this is a very
No, but this
engaging
is what it's
topic.
supposed to
Yes.
be. We just support it. See how people are smiling. Some people will
Yep.
even go home today. Their mental health will either go away or it will be relieved. And now
Yep.
they'll open up and start discussing, looking for resources to help them. This is what
Yep.
we want. Nobody
Yep.
should be ashamed. I have
No.
it. I do
Yep.
have it. If
Yes.
not of the way that the doctor prescribed me how to go around this, I will not be speaking here because I wasn't talking for a long time. Okay,
Right.
so we
Of
all
course.
have it.
Yes, we do. It
Mhm.
can come upon us at any time. We need to have those resources and in mind how we're going to deal with it because it can happen to any of us.
Yes, totally agree, Yvonne. Men are abused by unethical women that makes sense, uh, makes them harden their hearts. We must stand up for them. There is a better way to change with love for all, not fighting. I have seen it a lot. I have
Yeah.
seen it, women taking advantage of men. That's
Yes.
that's not right. And
It's
even
not.
you pay that child support, they take it and they are squandering it with another man, not even taking care of those children. So what is all about? What
Yes.
is that?
It's just being punitive, as I said. They don't even need it sometimes because sometimes these women actually make more than these men, but the courts are very strange about child support. I don't understand why they can't police it better. It's
Yes,
just
I know.
awful.
The reason is I'm not saying all men are saints, but yes, the child support system is set up to raise the woman and kill the fathers. They are allowed to take up to 55%
55%
before
before. Can
taxes
you believe
get
it?
get it.
Can you believe
Yes,
it?
and here's the thing. I know that some men too, they're not good, but there is always a way. Always a
Where's the
way.
middle ground? Where is the middle ground?
Yes, finding a middle ground, a balance in this issue so that the man has to enjoy those children, paying the child support, also knowing that they enjoy their children, they can interact. That's why I say, in the case of a divorce, let it not be a battle because who suffers? The children. When two elephants fight, the grass suffers, right? The children are
Yes.
going to suffer. So let us not make it as though I have to get to you. I have to do this. You're going to pay. Let's not do that. The children are going to grow up in a way that is not good. Not at all. Sometimes they have to also make it in a way that some of the women that are bringing those things should be the ones to pay that child support to the man. Okay? It should be that
Yes.
way. If they are the
Yes.
problem, they should be. Because some of those women don't even take care of their own children as well. But we
It's
have to
true.
find a common ground, right?
Yep.
That is very important. Thank you, David.
Mhm.
And Patricia Parang and I are co-founders in a village project. We have so many plans to help humanity.
That is
Oh,
so
David,
nice.
now I know you
Don't-
are in Canada. You are in Canada. Okay. Good.
Not
All right.
necessarily. They
So
they can
congratulations.
collaborate across the countries.
Yes, congratulations. You guys go ahead. We
Congratulations,
will be
you two.
supporting.
That's a very good
We will
project.
support one another here in everything we
Yeah.
are doing. I agree, Sister Patricia. There are better, more equitable ways to support each other financially without one destroying the other. So true. So true. So there goes the link again. If you have not put the big thumbs up, do so. go like and follow the Facebook page for One Global Movement. Subscribe, please, please. This is where we start, and then we move
Yes.
forward. And our are you sure our planet have a change in planet? Ash Mufara, after 1 year, have no money.
Oh no, really? Don't worry
You
about that,
want to go
sister.
here, okay? Let's not talk about this here.
Yeah, we're not leaving that.
You had mentioned seeing a doctor about our health. I saw a doctor. We happened to be online in the store. I did it. I don't do doctor's office. I can't trust someone that calls what they do. But
David is being funny.
okay, David, it's okay. But thank you guys so much. Greetings, Ashesh Opandeye. Thank you
Yes,
guys so much. This is such a beautiful session today.
it was.
I
Yes,
so love it. I love it. I love it. I appreciate all of you here today. And we even went about 1 hour, 30 minutes. This is a wonderful discussion.
it
And
has
I'm
been a
glad that
big.
everybody is opening up. You've
Yes,
loosened up
yes.
all the tightness in your chest, in your mouth, in your system, because yes, we are here to listen. Yes, we can discuss this. Yes, we can look for ways that we can find resources or specialists. We can do this together. Let us keep building this foundation for a better future and
Read
generation.
what Pat says. Yes.
Okay, no, Yvonne. David is in USA. Yay! We are doing international villages together. We want to go globally. Okay, I am right there now, Sister Pat. I'm among you guys.
There
David,
you go.
you're my neighbor. Contact me. All right. Or I don't know how to contact you. Provide a way for me to contact you. Let's do
Oh
this.
no, there. Read further down where David says he's in New Jersey. Yeah.
Okay. No, Yvonne, I am in the United States, New Jersey. You're too, very close. We have
There you go.
locations slated for
Yeah.
New Jersey, Pennsylvania, New
Pennsylvania,
York
New
State,
York
and
State,
up
and
near
oh,
Pat in Canada.
in
We
Canada.
are interstate and international before we.
Wow, that's good.
David, thank you so much. And send me your contact information. I'll contact you. Text me. You can inbox me, okay?
Yeah.
Or DM me directly, message me on Facebook, and let me know your name on Facebook as well, so that I will be
Yeah.
tracking
Yeah.
you down. All right. And
Yeah.
thanks to everyone here. We appreciate everyone. We love you, sister. Give us a short closing remarks, and we'll say goodbye for tomorrow.
Okay, so I just want to reiterate that stereotypes about men can lead to the assumption that men have no interest in their health. Let's not do that. Let's
Yeah.
give them the opportunity to be open with us just like anybody else would be. That is the aim. We
Yes.
start there. That's the ground zero. We start there. Let them know that we know that they're concerned about their health just like anybody else, and we want to hear about it. We support them.
Yes, thank you
Yeah.
so much. I want to get a snapshot here so that this is Men's Health Awareness Day. So thank you guys so much. We love you. Tomorrow is Friday and we're going to make it tomorrow. But this is one of the most beautiful, beautiful discussions and conversations here in One Global Movement, because it
Yes.
starts from here. We love
Yes.
you. And until tomorrow,
Thank
bye-bye.
you, everyone. Bye bye. Have a good rest of your day.
Yes.